fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. You know what? I've been sitting up here practicing and doing stuff, so I thought I'm trying to live read the tape for ETH, so I figured why not do it and make a video while I'm doing it. So let's continue that action. And I'll just talk and annotate as I go, so nothing exciting. Alright, well, I mean it's exciting to me. Alright, so I've been thinking through price action for Ethereum and um, my original thought, testing out different styles of order blocks and how strong they are. Right now, price has hit, it's taken out this wick right here, sell side. This fair value gap on the 807 is acting as resistance. So my original thought was, and I'll pop back out to a 15-minute here just so you can see, right? We have these two bullish order blocks right after this shift. So in my mind, I was thinking an entry at the top of this body at 1522.20 would be good. They've taken out the fair value gap here, and the sell side would be under 1518.39, right? So I'm thinking to myself, it would be the kind of like a blind entry to take it from here. But I mean, it's a fair value gap. It's got I'm sorry, it's a bullish order block. It's got fair value gap. Um, and what else we have in here? I mean, the shift happened earlier, so here's an order block as well. It broke below and then came back up. So I mean, I think lower low. Still need to rewatch that video for the breakers. I don't think I understand them properly. All right. Anyway, so order here. So then, as an example, if I'd taken it blindly, I just want to watch how that, you know, plays out. But right now, so this is what this looks like. My second option was I was testing the order blocks here, and then I got stopped out right there. I would have gotten stopped out in tape reading, right? So my question is, we have this fair value gap that's been basically acting as resistance this whole time. If we can bust through it and turn it into support, then there's a potential for an entry to go long. And this is on Ethereum, sorry guys. Crypto is the only thing that trades 24 hours. So if I'm going to tape read on the weekends, I got to use it or Bitcoin or something, right? And Bitcoin, no joke, it's looking real stagnant, all right? So using Ethereum on the 1 minute. So right now we're inside of this fair value gap. We've got this guy. If we're going to continue lower, right? Order blocks are here, these three. And so, I feel like we need to bust through this intermediate term high. But in the meantime, we're still stuck inside this fair value gap. The trade, for me, is still, let me just take that off. It's still valid. We haven't taken out this uh long-term low, because I think that's the low for the day so far, right? Let's back up here. Yeah. So that's the low for the day on Ethereum. So if we take that out, then we're going lower, and we'll take out 15, 13, whatever, all the way down here. So right now, still acting as resistance. If it's going to continue that way, mean threshold is about where it's at right now, price wise. So consequent encroachment is where price is right now. So we need to bust through this with some alacrity, right? Hey, big words. Anyway, so just for funsies, I'm gonna see what this looks like on the 5 minute, and let's hide stuff, right? So on the 5 minute, we've taken out this short-term high, but we're still hanging out this order block and all that jazz. So in my mind, a real shift personally would have to happen up here. and then we can come back down for an entry. But I'm thinking about the higher time frame potential entries. The fact that it came down this way, it wicked back up, it came back down, 1522. So after all this drama, and we're looking at the way the candles are respecting themselves, right? So bearish order block, it's respecting those candles like that. The open of this is, and it's all the way up here. The open of this candle is 1526.57, and the open of this candle is 1527.11. 1526.57, 1527.11. It's a little bit higher, but it's still within the wick, so it's still coming down. And I was expecting all of the green candles to be respected, right? So far, for shorts, right? So far, this one took out this red, and then this one took out that one. So I'm feeling like we might be shifting out. If we're not shifting out, let's go back to the 15-minute, then we're just, in a consolidation. But given where we are, and this is already taken, prices rebalanced, just come back down to it a few times. I feel like if we take this out, we should be good to go to potentially at least take out this fair value gap, and then we'll hit some resistance with this bearish order block, and then we'd have to take out 1538.88 for it to make sense. So let's go back down to 5-minute and see how we're playing out. And, I kind of like the 2-minute, 3 minutes. Let's put that back. All right, so we're still hanging out inside of at, at just about consequent encroachment of this order block. And put it back on the 1-minute. Just make sure it's looking all nice and properly salted out. So I'm just like drawing it from the top of this wick to the bottom of that one. And look at this flatness right here. What are we doing? We are resisting hard. Look at that. What in the what? I mean, seriously, what in the what? Let's continue pulling this over since it is behaving. We don't have a bearish order block here. So let's continue this over. And my general goal is up to this, since I don't know if it's going to have the strength to push it out, up to this. That'd be a 1 to 6. That's not bad. Okay, we're going to just bounce around in here, probably. So I made myself some annotations as this was going, right? So entry if at 15-minute order block, 2022. Is that right? Sorry, 1522.20. We change that. Is what that's supposed to be. Okay. And I really should make this live so I don't have to do all this editing and stuff. Just water here. Bit of a gloomy day. It's raining. Come on now. Make a decision. And I made this note that this FVG is acting as resistance. Now, just we have this order block here. If it's continuing on up, I don't want to see it take this thing out. It can tap it, eat this and then continue up, but I don't want to see that. This is too far of a retracement. At most, I think, mean threshold right here of this guy. So let me just draw that out. So I remember what I'm thinking. Analysis wise. Consequent encroachment, sorry. It's a fair value gap. So let's just do CE on that. This is why I'm tape reading, so I understand what the heck's going on. There's an order block right here. They haven't come back into it, but they took out all of this. So let's see what they do. Yeah, they need to turn this into resistance. They need to bust through it with some speed. The next roadblock is going to be right about 15:26:38. Let's see. Check something. He's talking to me. ICT is going to do a live stream in 45 minutes. He feels like teaching, which is good for me. I am here for the teaching. All right, so while we wait for Price to get his paint on, let me also note just for myself here. I'm gonna note the base of this order block. What's fun about this is that it's about CE. So let's go bearish OB plus CE approximately. You know, let's run an FEG, whatever. There we go. Yeah, I promised that I would do this the next time that I was just kind of trying to reprice. Not in any kind of trade or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out if I have a good way of understanding where price is going to go. So I'm expecting some kind of stalling in this general vicinity. Otherwise, I wanted to take this out with some gusto. Just let me just delineate that this is some buy side right here. All right, let's see what they choose to do with it. If they take this out, then we're definitely going up. Just for funsies, and we're thinking about stuff. And look at this stalling right here. Insanity. So let me make myself some notes. I don't want to see price don't want to see price drop below here now. I'm trying to like tell myself stuff. Just right there. And I feel like this should be a good draw. Grab a little anchor thingy. Let's see. So I'm thinking this should be a nice draw on liquidity. Oh, well, already wrong. So I want to see it pass by there. It just busted past it. Can I turn this around? There we are. So I feel like this should be a good draw. So we have CE to contend with here. I didn't think this was a really strong one, but here's an order block right here. Let's see if it respects it. Zoom in on this price action so we can really focus in on it. All right, so the candle's still painting. We just gotta wait. What have they done? They tapped it? No. Let's see, the close of this candle is 15:24:24, and the low of this candle is 15:24:25. Haha, funny. All right, so now I think they should move again. Waiting to see what happens here. Where are you? Top. Let's put that in the center. All right, let's see. So we need this to turn into support. So they busted past here, so my assumptions about this guy wasn't strong enough, but this guy was better. All right. So I need this to turn into support if we're continuing on up. So far, the candles bodies are hanging out inside of the fair value gap. That's very heartening. 14 seconds on this thing. Let's see. Now, from the 15-minute order, just for funsies, let's see. So, just measuring. So if I had to say exited at this, you know, that would have been a 1 to 2, right? Okay, so we're stalling again. All right. Getting some support now, potentially. Now, I need it to not take out this candle right here, body wise. I don't care if it busts below it a little bit wicking. The bodies need to stay inside of this guy. Right now, it's basically come into this order block. And we took out this guy nicely. Beautiful. Nice shift. This is the last line of defense here if it's going down. In which case, once it passes this, I would just close this if I were in a trade. I'm not in a trade. But look how beautifully they took out these equal lows right here. And then they didn't close a candle below these bodies. So now they're thinking about what they want to do. We have no fair value gaps. This is a relatively equal fair price range. So they should move away from it now. They shouldn't have any reason to come back in here because they've equalized the space beautifully. They made it fair. It's turned into support. Beautiful. And we should at minimum come up here. All right, let's see how well we can get past this order block right here. They're thinking about what they want to do. And in this scenario, given whether or not I'm wrong, then I would just put my stop loss here, just working on trade management at this point, right? So I put my stop loss here. And at least I would have a little something. It wouldn't be the best, but, a little something. Because if it comes back down here, then we probably going down. I don't trust it. Now, let's do a little review of this, right? So what have they done? A number of times, right? They took out sell side here, sell side here. If we look to the left, they took out sell side there with this grouping, and they took out sell side here with this guy. What they haven't taken out is the low of the day, which is 15, 20, 29 so far. That's the low that's been formed. Now the high for the day, see here, because in my mind they're going to revisit it, right? High of the day is 1538.74, right? And so my general thought really is for them to take this out and to come back up to here. So I'm gonna, while all of this is playing out, and they're thinking about what they want to do. Beautiful, turning it into support. So let me drop this here where it was acting as resistance. Let me go ahead and get a little cloning on. Oh, just get this. So now we're acting as support. And ICT talks about cutting through candles. So don't focus on the one that just formed. Like, focus on, and I'll move this. Now that's kind of dead. So now it's acting as support. So I expect it can come down here, but it cannot take it out. If we're behaving. If it busts through this text, then but so far, my idea is not wrong. I could close this out. If I'm thinking about like partials, right? Partials. So I'm going to set line item areas here. So right here is where I would take, like if this was, just for funsies, so I would just take partials off here. Partials here. Yeah. Maybe a couple ticks above it right there. 2 ticks. Still acting as support. All right, let's make some notes. Alrighty. See, price may stall here. Let's do that. Let's use a different color just for funsies. So let me just put this here. Boom. And that's acting as support. And let's I don't want it to be taken out. So let's make myself a thing. Documenting the trade setups and how it's behaving. So I can better. And let's drop down this way so we're managing that. Oof. The only annoying thing is that what looks nice on a 1 minute looks terrible on like a 15 or 1 hour chart. Isn't that crazy? Let's let's pop into the 15 and just hide stuff. Okay. So far on the 15 minutes, we haven't taken out, like, this is the real litmus test here, 1527, because it's a short-term high. Once I take that out, then we're definitely going up. But we can probably find different examples of this, right? Where we've run up price, drop back down into that, and then continue back up. Now, on the 15, we've been on a bit of a downtrend, right? Right? Relatively equal highs here. Beautiful sell side opportunities right there. Just gonna annotate that. Sorry, buy side. I'm saying that. And I already have stuff up here. Haha. Whatever. Let's go back up. All right. And let's focus in on this. So we're gathering up orders. We're inside of this fair value gap that's been acting as first resistance and now support. And how much sell side have we taken out? That's formed. That guy, and now these relatively equal highs right here gone. Next up, here, sorry, buy side, and here. Now we're just thinking. We're just thinking about it. Let's see what it looks like on a 5 minute. But look, we're respecting these down close candles, right? The bodies, and we're overshadowing them. So this is the type of thing I'm trying to learn, right? So if I know how to read what the candles are telling me, Like when we're in a sideways trending market, whatever, right? But it's harder to tell. You can just work within the range, but not a big fan, you know? So let's like drop this down. So from 5 to 4, still acting as support. Now, this is a rejection wick right here. So we've not been able to close a body past it. We have taken out consequent encroachment on the rejection wick, but no body has bypassed it. So we're still rejecting lower prices based off of this wick. Until this is taken out, I'm still thinking we're gonna continue on up. But we're just going sideways right now. And look at the candles, right? Let's zoom in on these guys. Even if they did all of this stupidity right here, the body still inside of this candle, right? Still respecting the upward trend. Same thing. Well, that one's not quite the same. We're in a little mini consolidation here. But I'm expecting all of the red candles the down candles to be either violated or at least equaled, right? The green candles should be trying to overshadow as far as I'm concerned. What are we at? Let's do 2 minutes. Still acting as support. Now, consequent encroachment on this thing. Does it look like that? Let's see, 1 minute. Yeah. So consequent encroachment on this guy is the last line of defense. Price is fairly set here. They have no reason to come back down. I'm going to eyeball it right about there. And we're going to do that. And I'm going to annotate right here. So price is fairly balanced here. So they should not need to come back down. Let's see. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking in this moment. They're just gathering up more orders, right? Because we have this bullish order block here on the 1 minute. They're sitting at mean threshold for it, basically. And they've just stalled. So we're gonna have to have some kind of push. And oh, just notice that we're at this order block right here. So we're gonna need to push through. So let me pull this over. I'm still using that as a litmus test. My stop loss has not moved. They're still thinking. Let me go check my chat. Okay, something's up with that. Okay. I'm trying to learn to read price, man. I'm trying to learn to read price. That's all I'm doing. Just over here, trying to learn to understand what I'm looking at with these candles. I see he's gonna get his live stream on. Okay. Just gathering orders, nothing to worry about. Like I said, my stop loss would be right still all the way down here. I'm not moving anything. Rejection wick here. Beautiful. Entry, shift. So let's see. Oh, sorry. I need to also prep my new day opening gaps for the last like 10 days or something for the E-mini. So another minute candle coming down. What you doing? Stop loss still here. Not moving it. Let's see how far we move to what I consider to be my objective for this thing. My objective's up here. So actually, I'm just going to use this as just for funsies so I can see. We are at midpoint we're about 50% of what I want, so that's why my stop loss is here. All right, so let's move this out of the way. Like I said, it can come here, but it should not, that no body of the candles should take this out if we're behaving the way it should. Like I said, I feel like this is a fairly balanced price range, so they shouldn't, and they can pierce through constant encroachment, but uh, let's see. Price is so fascinating to watch, isn't it? And if I were to get stopped out here, I mean, whatever. 0.08%, 0.21%, 0.28. I mean, it's not like huge of a move. Tiny fair value gap here. Order block right there as potential re-entries if you're married to the long, which I currently am. This is too clean. Look how beautifully equal these highs are. We're gonna take that out with alacrity at some point. Let me plug my laptop in. There we go. Nice. See, so far it's my entry. All right, so we're still at the top of this thing. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Yeah. That's what you know. You know that's what you want. Now, like I said, if you're married to your long, Given that it's here, you had another potential, could have made another potential entry here with your stop loss below that. And, you know, something like that. Right? If you wanted to add to your position, right? You already have a position open, you want to add a little bit more. This is a good place for it. The top of this order block, balanced price range. Not bad at all. Come now. You know you want to bust through these super, super clean highs right here. Want to see what it does. There we go. Want to see what it does when it rolls up in here. Look how beautifully it respected that. Oh man. What's the high of this, the open of this candle? 1525.10. And the low of this candle, 1525.05. And the low of this one, 1525.05. To the tick, perfectly set. You would have gotten the entry at 1525 010 with like nothing. Not bad. If you wanted to continue on in here, just a tad above it right there, like 0.5. Beautiful. Okay, now we're finally starting to expand. Oh man, sluggish. It's very sluggish. Okay. Zoom in on this some more. I want to zoom so I don't see the entry potential. Rejection wick right here. How fun. So you've taken that out because you can't be bothered. We're still in the jar of saying we haven't gone anywhere. So, and they haven't taken this out. All of this. All of this. So we had this rejection wick here, and then another one here. We still couldn't break past the low of the day. Now, the high of the day is up here, 1538.77. So let me just annotate that as buy side as well. A couple of ticks. Now, buy side. Now I'm gonna drop a fib on this from, actually no, I'm just gonna use the GAN box. See where we are overall for the day in terms of premium discount. So we're in a very deep discount for the day's range. And it's okay, I think, as I'm learning to keep adding to the position until you start rolling in. Like, I want this taken out. That's what I want to see taken out. On that buy side, I don't need to hold it all the way up here, but I do want to see this taken out. That'd be a nice looking little trade, I think. Now, if I were to drop a fib on the low and the high, let's see what trade. See if we can find some confluences. Just looking for standard deviations, right? So this one wouldn't work as something that I'm aiming for, right? This is saying 1536.58 would be a good place to aim for. And then if for this buy side, 1540.65. Now the question is, do we have any confluences elsewhere? Right? So it's pretty not clean. This is the next low. That one, I'm gonna drop another fib there. It's gonna get messy. I apologize. We'll clean this up in a sec. Top of that. Let's draw that out. And I try and eyeball that. Okay, did anybody align? Close. I don't even think it's like perfectly set either. 0. So the high of this is about there. The low of that's about there. Okay. They don't quite overlap. 1535.81. All right, so let me continue checking. We're just kind of slowly meandering up to this order block area here. See what they do. In the meantime, let's remove this so you already know what I'm aiming for. And we could add partials here. Nice, beautiful. So I guess I could have set that as the color red. Let's make it bigger. Maybe not red. Let's say blue. Ah, not blue. Can't see that. Yellow. And then this guy can be, let's say orange. Cool. Man, they are like molassesing it. It's so annoying. If they don't take this out, then I don't know. They're just meandering about. It's annoying. But this is what it means to manage your trade, right? Everything is going to take time. I like the E-minis because I can get away with a lot in a faster amount of time. And 5 handles, I would have been in and out like that. Right from here, done. But 5 handles in crypto is not the same. It's not big move. I suppose it's dependent on how much you're trading with, I suppose. It's okay for it to come back in here and tap it. We've got these order blocks right here. I don't want it to bust past mean threshold consequent encroachment of this guy. Okay. Right. So I still have this on. Let's try a different one. So I use this base because it's the lower than that. Just for funsies, I'm gonna try this one. Because we have this lower low. Is this gonna be what makes it? I don't know. This is the next lower short-term low after this guy. Actually, really, this is, so let's move that right there. I'm trying to see if there's any space that would indicate all of that. So let me use this one. Don't ask me why I'm using it. Just learning. That's what it's anchored to. And let's see. Any overlaps there? So we have 1539.35. There's 1540. 1537 looks not bad. 1536. Let's get a little closer. Just trying to get a feel for if there's any confluences between the ranges. So far, I'm just hanging out over here. So let's zoom back in. What are we doing? All right, so we're back inside here. Order block, order block. Say we would have entered here, right? So our stop loss would be under here. So still should respect consequent encroachment, balancing out price, painting. It's okay. I'm okay with that. That movement is all right. As you're still thinking, we do have a rejection block here, consequent encroachment of that spot down here, but there's a good fair value gap, and it needs to, I mean, they're like beating this with a dead horse, like fair valuing the price. I don't like that they're stalling in this general vicinity. Like, let's go. I mean, they could be coming back down to this order block, which is approximately at 1525.10. So we'll see. Go back to consequent encroachment. rejection. So I don't want to see them get, I'd like to see them stay within the body of this rejection wick, the rejection candle, um, consequent encroachment of that. But let's see. Just trying to take out the sell side here. Everybody who went long right here. Okay. Let's see here. What's annoying to me is they didn't take this out. I don't like that. I don't like they didn't take it out. So I want a confirmation they're continuing on higher. They didn't even make a shallow run through it. I mean, they roll through the bodies, but not the wick. Let's see. 10 seconds left on this candle. What's your plan? Okay, we already know that we think it's a fairly balanced price. I'm gonna take that off just to, we can take that off right there. Oops, Z. Okay, so this was from before. They haven't come back down in that. I need them to keep the candle's bodies inside of this fair value. Oh, disc. For the range. Ah, they took it out. Took it out. All right, well, last line of defense as far as I'm concerned is consequent encroachment right here. Yeah, they were stalling too long in this general vicinity. It's like they didn't want to go any higher, so I was worried about that. They stalled at this order block right here. They didn't even make it past the wick of that. Hmm, interesting. Well, the body of this candle, they took out, did they take that wick out? Yes, they did. There it is. So anybody who gone short here and had their stop loss, there you are. There's the move I'm looking for. There you are. Come on, bust through it. You've got this. Yes, go, go. They took out sell side here, they took out sell side here, and there is the move I've been waiting for. Nice. So then I would be like specifying how much I want to take off here if I had multiple contracts on. Come on, take it out. You know you want to. How much time left on this candle? 15 seconds on this 1 minute candle. Still acting as support. The body's still inside of it. The wick is outside. That's fine. I expect it to continue expanding. If it comes back down, I'd be surprised, but I want it to continue expanding. With this big of a move, usually they just keep going. There you go. Come on, you got this. Take it out. Now it might stall a bit here because there's also this one as well, right? So whether or not they take them both out at the same time, boom, boom, and let's add this puppy in. Let's add that in for fair value gap that we should be aware of. Come on, don't stall. Now remember what I said about this order block, right? So this order block, all of this is an order block, so we needed to get past it. But this is a nice move, right? And they've shook everybody out, so don't expect them. And this is support. So I don't expect them to come back too far into this. But hey, I am still a newbie. One day I'm going to be a beast, though. So, consequent encroachment, about 50%. Should be about there. Bullish order blocks. right there, old high right there. So I'm expecting them to hang out in this general vicinity right here. Oh, that's my stomach. Hungry. Did they come back to the top of that high? Yeah, not. All right, there we go. Gathering up some more orders here. That's institutions, man. There's gathering up some more orders. Could have set your, what's the low of that? 1526.23 and the opening of that 1526.28. And the close of this body 1526.28. So you could have set your order at 1526.28, but we're too close to buy side right now, so it's not a good time to continue. But yes, go. There it is. Bagged and tagged. There's that. Beautiful. Not that there. Nice, nice. I am digging. All right, so now the question is, do they want to take the rest of this out right here in the same flow? 15, 28, 35. They're pretty close together, so come on, just keep on expanding. No, need to come back to this order block. I'm going to take this out and then continue. Let's see. See how it's respecting the down candle. I don't expect this. I expect it to continue expanding. We got 30 seconds on that candle. Come on. Eaten a little bit, but still forming the fair value. So let's see. So like I said, we had multiples, partials taken here. Beautiful. And we're expanding now into this fair value gap. Luckily for us, as I was already bullish, I told you that I thought it was going to hang out here for a little bit. There's the expansion, and it very briefly did it, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Love that for us. I'm a total nerd. All right. So given the expansions, I just expect it to continue on up. We taking this out, so I'm just gonna move this over here just so I see when it happens. We're buttressing up against it. Come now, come, my lady, come, my lady. The fib said they should at least at minimum hit 1528.45, right? So I put it on here, right? It's like the next area they should bust through. And it's not the fib saying it, it's just what's what I'm looking for. It's like I guess it's like a mathematical like potential. That's not the right wording either. I'm gonna take that. Wick there. Still thinking. I'm slowly starting to understand. These things used to scare me, but now I understand what they're doing thanks to ICT. So I need this candle to expand past this guy. If it can't do that, then we might consolidate in this general vicinity, even come back down to eat some of this. But they did a little bit of expansion. Come now. Now, how far are we to the goal? Now, I did move the goalpost a little bit. And if we're gonna go with the the fib, then 1536.58. I would personally, being 1534.27, I'm being a bit. This is like a 1 to 9. It's not bad. Come now. You want to just keep expanding. Hey, they took it. It is gone. It is done. It is taken. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I feel comfortable moving my stop loss to below this fair value gap. And there's the expansion. Beautiful. All right. So the next pull should be up here. Oops. And now we're free. It's free to go ham. Now this is a pretty significant shift right here. So this order block might be of more concern than this one. So I'm just gonna put this general vicinity, see if it stalls right about there. At most, it should eat up all of this. Now we're in like a free flow space. It should just be able to just go. Now, if I was being conservative, I should, in terms of partials, I took one here. Let's clone that. I would take another set right here when it takes out this, the top of this thing. Probably should take it right here at the order block, really, but yeah, let's do that. So now we've moved, I think, about 75% of our target. Let's do this. Yes, so now we're in a premium, no more buying. Now we're just managing the trade, right? So right now, we've expanded. My stop loss is here. There we go. We've taken some off here. Nice. Continuing on up. We just gonna just eat it all up. Go, go, go. This is where I would just close out completely. What? What's this? Oh, hey, ICT's live. I will probably close mine out because I want to watch him. Oh,
in the weekly chart.
he's doing some teaching, so I'd rather do that. So I will close mine out and then I'll just see how if we get to our initial take profit. Sorry guys. All right. Come on. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful expansion. And managing my trades here. I'm above. There it is. There she blows. She is going to do it beautifully, isn't she? Look at it. Look at her go. Look at her go. And right up here is where I would close the trade. Right here. Just close it. Come on, you got this. You got it. You've got the power. Now we're in a premium now. And it's run up really far. And I think we're just gonna finish it up, take that out, and done. I might be able to finish this up before ICT starts talking. Beautiful. Let me take a screenshot. Beautiful. Oh, wait. Oh, right there. Boom. Oh, done and dusted. Look at that expansion for the high side. Oh man, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And that's beautiful delivery. And then I would be out and I would go take a nap or something at this point. Done. Done.
Good morning, folks. How are you?
All right, guys, that was fun. Drop a like, drop a comment. I see he's just starting talking. So I'm gonna go listen and learn. Happy trading. Be safe.